If I were to share with you a way to create heaven on earth, would you do it? Yeah. In 1999, I received this vision. There was an awareness that the purpose of every life experience, every thought, every relationship, every circumstance, every moment on this earth is for realizing our oneness with God. I saw two doors floating freely above a scene whose beauty could only be described as heaven on earth. On one door were written the words, "Dark night of the soul," and on the other door was written the word, "Gratitude." There was a knowing that I can consciously choose the door of gratitude to become aware of oneness, or life would choose the other door for me to create that same awareness. Through either door, consciously or unconsciously, life would lead me to oneness and ultimately to creating heaven on earth. That was a powerful vision and a powerful awareness that even to this day, I am still realizing its significance. Let's take a closer look at what this vision revealed. First, it revealed our purpose in life, a realization of oneness with God. Where is God? God is everywhere, omnipresence in you and me, in all of life. So a realization of oneness with God is a realization of oneness with each other and all humanity. The second thing it revealed is that we have choices in how we awaken, consciously through gratitude or unconsciously, as we have been doing, learning our lessons through the challenges of life. And the third thing it revealed is that whichever path we choose, the inevitable destination is heaven on earth. I asked myself, why gratitude? Why, out of all the emotions, could gratitude create heaven on earth? This is what I believe. Everyone can relate to gratitude. No matter where you come from, your background, your culture, your economic condition, everyone, bar none, can relate to gratitude. It's the common emotional denominator throughout humanity. Gratitude is the healthiest of emotions. It actually boosts our immune system, not only physically, but emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. But the main reason I believe that gratitude is the ideal emotion is that gratitude is a constant acknowledgement and awareness for the source of our good. Picture an imaginary line which represents our range of emotions. In the center is 0 point. On this side, positive emotions. On this side, the negative emotions. Gratitude opens the door for us to stay on this positive side. Gratitude is the nutrient-rich soil through which high vibrational emotions like love, joy, peace, even bliss take root, blossom, and grow. Even when we find ourselves on this negative side, if we can find just one reason to be grateful in that situation, it will move us back over to this positive side. And if we stay focused on the gratitudes, it will keep us there. I have been privileged to get to know people whose entire lives have changed because of living in heart-centered gratitude. One of those is Reverend Beth Linguri. About a year ago, Beth started having symptoms of a heart attack. Her husband rushed her to the emergency room. The hospital ran all kinds of tests and confirmed, "You had a heart attack." Beth said it only took her about 5 minutes to move from that state of worry and fear back into a state of gratitude. She says that is why it is so important for us to practice gratitude on a regular basis, so that when we are faced with that fearful situation, we can quickly and easily move back to gratitude. Beth began looking at every person who came in to bring her healing and said, "Thank you. Thank you from my heart of hearts." She thanked her husband who was beside her, holding her hand. She even thanked the heart attack experience for the lessons it was bringing her to learn. Beth spent the night in the hospital. In the morning, they ran more tests. And when the cardiologist came in to see her, he said, "Well, whatever I saw yesterday is not there any longer. You are perfectly healed. There is no heart attack, nothing. Perhaps you had some indigestion." Bethlehem Guri is creating heaven on earth by living in heart-centered gratitude. In August of 2018, I sent an email out asking for volunteers to participate in a 7-day heart-centered gratitude experiment. It required a commitment to stay in your heart in gratitude no matter what occurred during those 7 days. One of the people who responded was Connie Myers. Even before the 7 days was over, I heard from Connie by email, elated over conversations that she had had with 2 different friends, like never before, she said. Fast forward 4 months to Christmas Eve 2018, when my husband and I arrived early at a church service. Connie saw us come in, came right over and said, "I have testimonials for you." Unbeknownst to me, Connie had continued beyond that 7-day experiment and had been living in heart-centered gratitude for the previous 4 months. I wish you could have been there to see how she glowed as she told all the many ways that her life had changed for the better, including a recent MRI, which now barely shows any evidence of the strokes which had occurred 4 years before. Connie Myers is creating heaven on earth by living in heart-centered gratitude. So, how does one develop heart-centered gratitude? First, be thankful for everything. Before you open your eyes in the morning, be thankful for the new day. Before your feet hit the ground, be thankful that you woke up on the green side of the grass. Be thankful for the house you live in, the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the car you drive. Be thankful for the sunshine and the rain, the cooler days and the heat, the beauty of nature and the bugs. The second way to develop heart-centered gratitude is to look for light. There is a mindfulness practice called looking for light, in which we keep our minds searching only for light and good and God in every situation and circumstance. What happens very quickly is quite amazing. We begin to see God everywhere. I like to play looking for light like a spiritual game of hide and seek. I tell myself that whenever I see light, it's actually Spirit winking and blinking at me saying, "Here I am, Patricia, and here I am too," constantly reminding me that God is everywhere. My heart fills with gratitude and joyful expectation for the next sighting of light to appear, and it does over and over again. By the end of the day, my whole energy field is uplifted into the vibrational frequencies of gratitude and joy. In looking for light, we raise our sight above the world of appearances and see with inner eyes the divine nature in everything. We live in an observer-created reality where energy follows thought. Since everything is energy, everything is changeable. When we intentionally raise our awareness to perceive spiritual essence, we remove the veil of separation, release our imprisoned splendor, and reveal that we are spiritual beings in this earthly experience. The evolutionary process of creation is for us to grow into the perfect divine idea for mankind held in the mind of God. It's a process, a spiritualizing process, which can be attained through the easily accessible door of gratitude. The third way to develop heart-centered gratitude is by giving thanks and praise wherever we see good taking place. I'm not talking about compliments or stroking egos, but acknowledging the good we see in others. When we appreciate good, good appreciates. When we generously give of ourselves in service and share our prosperity in whatever way that happens to be, time, talent, treasure, we activate a continuous flow of gratitude in our lives. There is a grade school program called the Look for the Good Project for kindergarten through 6th grade students, which proves the effectiveness of gratitude, looking for good, and acknowledging good in others. In just 7 years, this program has generated 2 million messages of gratitude written by over 120,000 grade school students in 30 states in our United States. The results have been significant, with surveys proving a 76% increase in kindness and a 71% decrease in bullying. Yeah. Let's all encourage every grade school in our country to include this 2-week program in their curriculum for our children, the Look for the Good Project. Now, you may be wondering, can gratitude actually create heaven on earth? I wondered that very same thing. And then I thought, why not? Why wouldn't our Creator, whose pleasure it is to bring us the kingdom, make it as simple as living in gratitude? When we develop heart-centered gratitude, we no longer need things or conditions to help us feel grateful. We begin living in our heart, anchored into the feeling, regardless of circumstances. The heart is the most powerful electromagnetic field in the body, 60 times more powerful than the brain. When we begin living in heart-centered gratitude, we become a walking, talking, breathing electromagnetic field, attracting into our lives more people to love, more reasons to be grateful, more situations that bring us joy. That, my friends, is what Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith calls heaven, the realm of ever-expanding good. Will you choose to co-create this new reality? You can begin today to prove to yourself the transformational qualities of this practice. Simply begin living in your heart, in gratitude, and make that your number one priority no matter what else goes on in your life. You will be amazed how difficult situations neutralize, and you begin to live a quality of life that you may not have ever thought was possible. We can create heaven on earth by living in heart-centered gratitude. When we do, we will cause a spiritual global climate change in our lifetime. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.